Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Joanna and I'm glad you're here. I love to DIY on a budget, and if you like to sew, then catch me on Saturdays. Now, let's get crafty. Okay, so this is going to be a short and sweet little video because I have had a lot going on, but we're going to make this adorable little mug rug. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, I've got rope from Walmart. It's hyper tough. And it is skinny. It's used for cotton. It says clothesline. It's cotton rope. I forgot the sizes. I was looking at it. Y'all, I did this with a mic on, and the mic sounded horrible. So now I have to do a voiceover. I am very sorry. So I don't know how detailed I'll be because I don't remember what I was saying. But this rope comes with a burnt end, and you need to cut that off. I'll show you that in a second. It's right there. And I don't know how much I'm going to use. Or at least I didn't. I ended up using 24 7-inch, I think, 7-inch pieces. And you want them longer than what your mug rug's going to be. And that's because we're going to cut it off and trim it, because when you're sewing it, it's going to be a little shifty. So we're going to just sew them together and then cut the ends off, and then we'll, it's painstaking cutting these apart and then doing the other piece to fray the edges. But I'm just going to put one up against the other. This is the easiest way to cut it. Just match them up and then just cut yours. If you do it using the mat or a ruler, it takes longer. I got 24 cut, and that's going to make about a 4-inch coaster or little mug rug. It's actually a rug coaster, whatever. So now I'm going to take my pieces, and if you have scissors, pull it down just a little bit. Pull the inside guts part out, and then take your scissors, and I roll my scissors around my finger. And that seemed to work better to cut the fuzzy off, because that stuff in the middle is really fuzzy. Peel it back, roll it around your finger. That was driving me nuts, and I cut my fingernail off. So I'm going to get my rotary cutter, pull it back, got to go over it, and then go backwards, and it cuts it right off. This was a whole lot faster. But if you have scissors, use scissors. If you have a rotary cutter, use a rotary cutter. Just watch your fingers, okay? That's all I say. Watch your fingers. So up and back. Up and then back. And the reason is because when you push it up, it'll push some of the little hair fibers up and out of your way, and then you have to go back over them. It's just crazy. But now I'm going to gather up my 24 little pieces here, and I'm going to go over to the machine and show you what we're going to do. So I've got my machine, well, I thought I had my machine on a zigzag stitch, but I actually had it on a straight stitch. I do remember that. So I started, and it was bad. But you got to put it on a zigzag just like you do the rope bowls, except we're not starting at the end. We're going down a piece. And that way, we can cut it off and even it out in the end and still have it frayed a little bit. But make sure when you before you sew it, stretch your rope like that right there. Stretch all your pieces of rope and get them all to the end and get that fuzzy in the middle, okay? And then I'm going to put it under my machine. Put your two pieces together. You'll want one. I got it on the widest zigzag. And this one don't go very wide. So, yeah. So you're just going to start down some, and then you're going to stitch. This is when I realized I was going straight in a minute. I was like, oh no. So I had to switch it to zigzag. Make sure you're on a zigzag, y'all. And then I'm going to stitch a couple, back stitch, and then go down it, keeping the middle right here, where my needle can go on both sides. Sometimes you don't catch it, and that's okay. If you don't catch it, just go back over it. It's not a big deal. I'm using the same color or as close as I can to the rope, so you won't see it as bad. But once I got that done, I'm going to take it out. I'm going to cut that end, but I'll leave the other end. I think I do cut this end. I don't remember. When I get going, I just leave it and pull it out. But that's what it looks like. And then once you get that done, you're going to take another one, What am I doing? Oh, I am adjusting my machine and making my zigzags closer together. Sorry about that. Now you're going to put one together with the other two, and you're going to keep building out on the two. Make sure you stretch your rope. Put them together as even as you can. Slide it under your needle. Put your presser foot down and then start zigzagging all the way down. Don't forget to back stitch when you start and back stitch when you stop. Do this to all of your 24 pieces. Okay, now I am putting the last one on, and don't forget when you do these, back stitch all of them. I don't know what I'm saying. I was telling y'all something. I don't know what it is now. Y'all bear with me. I'm so sorry. My audio really stinks. I hate doing voiceovers when I'm sewing because it's so much better to me to do it like alive. But you see where all my strings are? Looks pretty good. But you see where all my strings are at the top? We're going to just cut those right off. There it is, all sewn, and it looks good, y'all. Now we got to just get rid of the uglies on the side and trim it up a bit. So I'm going to pull some strings out right here. I had stuck in there. And I'm just going to pull them to the front right there. I'm just going to take my ruler and I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to use my rotary cutter. And I'm going to cut it straight off. So all those strings will be gone at one time. And the jagged edges of the mug rug. Yep, there you go. There it went. I didn't get the corner, so I'm going to take my scissors and clip it in a minute. Right there. It was sticking out like, I don't know, it curved or something. But anyway, it was just a smidgen, but the smidgen was getting on my nerve. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other edge right here. If you don't have a rotary cutter, just take your scissors and cut it off as straight as you can. Ain't no big deal. This just makes it a whole lot easier. Okay, so there's my mug rug. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fray my edges. You can use your fingers, but that just wasn't working for me. So if you have a toothbrush, that would work, an old toothbrush. But I have this scrubby brush. I bought it because I like the color, and so I use it in here, and it's bigger and easy to hold. So I'm just going to rub it across this, and I'm going to flip it and rub it across the other side, and then I am eventually going to rub it on its side, but this just frays the ends like an old rag rug, and it's cute. So once I get that scuffed up the way I want it, see, there's where I go on the edge, just run it in the brushes, and yeah, we're done. A set of 4 of these, or 5, would be cute to give as a gift. Put a little ribbon around them, tie them together, or, put them in something. But you could sell them. These are they're so cute. They're cotton, so they'll absorb. You don't got to put anything on them. It will work. And there it is. And that's what it looks like with a cup on it. And it's a perfect size for your cups. If you stuck with me, thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps my channel out. And until next time, remember, you are a blessing. Goodbye.